Blessings. Thank you for tuning in. It is truly an honor to connect with you. So I wanted to make this brief video because I just got done with a session and the topic of trust kept coming up. And I'm observing this to be very popular within the collective right now. Because as children growing up, we were never really taught how to trust, what to trust, and how to even be trustworthy. Now, if you are going into a relationship or a situation and initially your greatest fear or thought is that you may not be able to trust the person or the situation, then that is most likely going to create and manifest a situation that will reflect exactly what you are projecting so that you can properly learn from it so that you no longer fear those types of situations and thus stop creating them. Very important to remember, if you are suffocating a situation or a relationship with fear before it even has time to manifest or to create itself, then it will most likely create that in the situation. Or if you are intuitively picking up that this person or this situation is not something that you should trust or put your energy or your emotion or your focus into and devote to, then that is perhaps something that you should feel into and follow and honor. So with trust, there is not a certain time frame or energetic frequency or scenario that has to be present in order for the trust to come. So the way that we can actually trust something is not by devoting or funneling all of our energy or focus or devotion into a certain something or a certain person, not a certain one variable, because that is actually not trust, that is projection. If you are in a relationship or a situation and you're like, okay, I'm really trusting you, can I trust you? You're saying I can trust you and you won't do these things. I'm trusting this situation and so it better not happen this other way. That is actually not trust. That is projection. That is expectations. That is you projecting a certain ideal or desire or wanting control over that person or that situation rather than actually trusting them. Trust is actually when you surrender your need to control and you allow what is to simply be. And actually feeling good about what simply is, even if it doesn't necessarily look or feel good in that exact moment, but feeling good about it simply because you have the knowing and the trust that it is just a part of the greater whole. That is actually what you desire. That is actually what you deserve. That is actually what you are worthy of. Trust is knowing that we are not always handed the gifts that we are wanting in that time on the platter, but more so we are handed the tools and we take the tools and we utilize them to actually create and manifest what we want. And truly, when you love yourself and you make sure that you are taken care of, that you are feeling supported and loved, then trust will actually never be an issue. Because then you are not putting your trust in other things outside of yourself, like people or relationships or situations, but more so making sure that you are fully taken care of so that you can trust the situation. You can trust what's happening, that everything is actually working out best case scenario. Because if you are tending to your needs and making sure that you are getting the proper amount of love and attention and feeling seen and also allowing yourself stillness and giving the love back to yourself, then you are not looking outside and requiring other things from external situations in order to feel a certain way, in order to trust that everything is going to be okay. Trust is not something that someone can take away from you or a situation can remove from you. Trust is yours. Trust is your right. Trust is your knowing that you are guided and supported and cared for. And really, according to universal law and the law of attraction, the more that you believe that you have reason to trust, the more you will have reason to trust. The more the universe will actually reflect situations and scenarios for you to continue trusting, because that's what you are emanating into your field. If one is seeking for their idea and belief of trust to be fulfilled from external situations, from humans, and from successes, then one will most likely always be unsatisfied. One will always feel discontent, because truly it is not about trusting something outside of yourself. It is trusting what is within. It is trusting the divine arrangement of everything that is occurring. It is trusting the higher power. It is trusting your purpose and your mission and your guides that are supporting and connecting you to your pathway. Your trust is yours, and no one can ever take that away from you. Trust. Namaste.